Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AzizDrives. Today we're presenting the VW Passat from 2024 in its 9th generation. In this video we will focus on the driving experience alone because I want to find out why is it the best-selling VW ever. 34 million units, 50 years of Passat, and also the 9th generation. So if you're interested in finding out about the technical specs, the quirks, the interior, the quality, make sure to check out our interior and exterior review on it. And let's take it for a drive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking the VW Passat for a drive in its 9th generation. You know what that means? 9 generations of a Passat, man. That means 50 years. 50 years of a Passat. 34 million sold units. Every single body, everyone knows somebody that drove a Passat or has a Passat still to this day. I know someone. You know someone. We probably even grew up in a Passat. So that makes it a very interesting and valuable car in the car world. And you know, before they had the Passat R36 and all of those fantastic cars with a 6-cylinder. In the 9th generation, no more. But what we have is, like today's car, still a combustion engine, a 2-liter diesel with 193 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. And my first impression is really nice. The car is so silent, it feels so comfortable in comfort mode. The new platform, the MQB Evo, works also fantastic. You can't really tell the difference between, on the first meters, between this and the Tiguan, but then when you get a little bit into the drive and a little bit into a sporty segment, you can tell, okay, this is much more direct on the steering wheel and also a little bit more comfortable on a long run. So that is very nice. What it's also, it's a little bit more wind slippery, so the aerodynamic coefficient drag is better than on the Tiguan. And you can tell because the wind noises are very silent, especially with privacy glass. They don't give us official numbers on the acceleration from 0 to 100. They also don't give us official numbers on the fuel consumption, especially this car is going to go on the market in Switzerland. So I don't know about those facts, but what I will do is find out about it. So that's what we do. We can find out about it and tell you what the car actually can do. We will find out about the acceleration from 0 to 100 ourselves a little later, but here driving through this little town in Nizza, or this little village here, it feels very comfortable. And it's a beautiful looking car from the outside. By the way, check out our exterior and interior review on the car where you can see all the detailed specs and especially what has changed in the interior, and they have improved quite a lot. I think VW had a lot to cover up for the mistakes they did in the last car. And it's really interesting. They really took some effort, and I personally am a big fan of the new VW series with the new platform, the MQB Evo platform. So before we try that acceleration, I think we should drive it a little bit more sporty. Comfort mode felt fantastic, so let's see what the sports mode can do, because this car obviously is the most sold business car and also an all-rounder for the family. And if we talk about family, we can't deny the importance of the man in the household, right? So you have to have a little bit fun with your car, and for that, let's put it into the ESC Sport mode. Well, it pulls quite good. It's not the fastest car, of course, but it's a diesel, it's a family car. But the important thing is whether you can pound it uphill somewhere. And the steering wheel approach, and especially the road, how you feel it, is actually very good. I feel very comfortable driving that fast around here. I mean, cutting lanes, going very hard into the corner, almost crashing with a BMW, but everything felt safe, man. So that's fantastic. You know, I drive a Skoda daily from the previous generation, and I can tell you in all honesty, this is a great improvement. It really feels very direct on the steering wheel. Actually, the approach of the steering wheel, it has become a little bit harder in sports mode, but I feel very comfortable driving faster around those corners. Why is the traffic around here? Look at that. I'm in third gear now. And shift down, accelerate out. It takes on those roads very, very good. It's a very, very nice drive actually. It really feels good around those corners. In no sense at all I feel unsecure driving it. I mean, and the power output, of course, it lacks a little bit on lower RPM ranges, but I mean, this is really solid. And the most powerful one of those, TSI engines without a hybrid system, can produce 270 horsepower almost, 265, so that is great. Of course, the direct shifting gearbox is fantastic as always. Yeah! Throw it around. Grips very good. Here around this corner. Whoa! Hey man, that's really not bad. That's really not bad. No traffic at all. Fantastic. Brake a little bit. Go into this corner. You know, I would have never thought that I would have quite some fun with a Passat driving on mountain roads that really have rally vibes, but the sporty driving experience is not bad. It's really not bad. And when you want, you just switch to comfort mode. Just go here in modes, comfort, and let the car do the job for you. Turn the ESC on, and that's it. Very nice. All right, friends, we are at the Autobahn. We're driving from Cannes to Monaco, and actually we're now currently at 5.2 liters. I'm still in comfort mode. I would switch to eco mode to see whether the car can actually use a little bit less fuel. I don't think that it's really possible. Eco mode and comfort mode is basically the same. Car comes in at around 1.7 tons, especially we're two people in here and have a full gas of tank. So that is okay. And I expect, you know, they don't give us official numbers, but I expect to be at around 5 to 6 liters right now, because I was surprised on of the Tiguan. We did a Tiguan review before we drove the Passat. By the way, check out the link in the description if you are interested in seeing how the latest Tiguan made it. And it surprised me very good because it didn't use a lot of fuel actually. So now I'm hovering here in eco mode. We have like, let's see what the drive is, 53 kilometers of drive, and I will tell you how much fuel it used in a couple of kilometers. So right now, currently hovering at, yeah, it went up from 5.6 to 6.6 liters. Let's see how far I can take it. We'll see each other a little later. All right, we talked about the driving modes a little bit before this, and we actually drove the car sporty on a very beautiful hill actually, right up to, right next to Cannes and Nizza. So now we're in comfort mode. And what does comfort mean with the Passat? Well, it's very simple. First of all, those seats are the Ergo Active seats, leather, very beautiful and comfortable seats. They are comfortable in itself, but there is a massage function. You just have a little button here on the left, or you press on this little knob on the screen, go to massage and activate the massaging function in the highest intensity, and it's really a good system. So while I enjoy a massage and drive here, I can actually get the car into travel assist mode, which is basically nothing than yeah, your cruise control, but a little bit advanced, so it actually changes lanes and so on if you want. So let's set the car to 130 kph, and that's how comfortable you can drive with this Passat. That's a fantastic thing, it really is. And it's really, really a nice car. They isolated it a little bit more from the outside. You can't hear a lot from the outside. You have this panoramic roof even, and it feels beautiful. You have a very high resolution head-up display. You have this Alcantara, and the car feels solid. It really does feel solid. Look at that. Drives perfectly fine. 90 kph. Let's go to 100. Let's let it accelerate here. It checks out the speed and adjusts the speed automatically. I wouldn't even have to do that. So yeah, it's brilliant to experience. It's a very good daily driver, and I understand why this is the best sold business car that VW has to offer. It really is a good car. All right, friends, we're at a toll station, which is the universal place for a race, right? So let's see what the car can do 0 to 100. Let's stop here shortly. Okay, nobody approaching. 3, 2, 1, go! And 100. 8.2 seconds. Yeah, that's not that fast, to be honest, but hey, 193 horsepower, 400 newton meters of torque, no launch control. Yeah, what else? What would you expect, right? 8.2 seconds. Let's say I had 0.2 seconds delay of when I pressed the button and actually accelerated, so let's give it an 8 seconds flat. Still not that fast, right? But hey, it's a Passat, it's a daily driver car. So drive the Passat on the daily drives and take your whatever in the weekends, right? All right, friends, the Eco Drive is finished. We are almost in Monaco, so 4.3 kilometers left, 16 degrees outside, and we managed to do a 6-liter to 100 kilometers. We used the massaging function, we used the climate control, we used everything. We listened to music, so it's a real life test. And I think you could actually get it around 5.5, 5.6, depending if it goes up and down. Like here in Nice, it's really up and down all the time. You have to accelerate out and then changing a lot of speeds. So if you could just travel at 120 kph, for example, you would manage to drive at 5.5 liters, in my opinion. But in any case, 6 liters is great. I think that's okay for such a big car, almost 5 meters, and I like it. That's good. And this was our experience with the VW Passat from 2024. If you liked our review, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you have any cool cars to film and you're in Switzerland, make sure to write us in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you and see you on the next one. Goodbye.